So I work with patients who are reaching their end of life. Hospice, its benefits for a patient who has a prognosis of less than 6 months. So most of my patients, they're very sick. I grew up in Syria, and my father is a physician. He would tell us stories about how he helped his patients. I wanted to be like him, helping patients, helping people.
I interviewed Tarek in March of 2016. He had a gentleness, a very kind mannerism. It was just like, wow, this person is very special.
He realizes that every single patient has a story.
If when you go there to their house, you look at the pictures at the walls, you learn about them, about their stories, how did they live their life, and what's important for them at that last hour of their life.
He tries to innovate new ways of celebrating life so that the families and the patients feel that their life had meaning.
Patients who approach their end of life, it's not only the physical suffering, there's also the emotional suffering, the psychosocial loss, the existential losses. There was a child that our team cared for. He was 16 years old. He was diagnosed with cancer. And his hope was that he only wanted his parents to be okay after he leaves. Our job is to walk with this family, to hold their hands and walk with them through this difficult road. So I asked my social worker to help have this conversation with both the family and the child. That helped him. That's some closure, I think, for him and for his family.
Dr. Z knew I was very invested in this young man. He knew I had done a lot of work for him. And he called me and he asked me about the mom and about the dad and how was everybody. And before he hung up, he said, I just have to ask you, how are you? And that was the thing that kind of triggered me to let myself go and let myself feel it, because to have another coworker recognize the emotional impact that situation had on me as a professional and as a person, it meant a lot to me.
He really is a team player. He sees the importance of every discipline, all the work that they do.
He is very humble, and he really, what he says is he's so appreciative of the team he works with, and he really gives the honor back to them.
He's a medical missionary, which I'm amazed at the time and the effort that he puts in.
I think everybody that works with him, that comes across him, respects him as a professional, and we get to see who he is as a person from the work that he does and his charity work.
After the Syrian war, I got more involved in helping refugees and people who need medical help. We do different kind of missions, medical missions. And I remember one of the kids, he still had a bullet in his shoulder. He told me something that I would never forget. He said, doctors who comes in on those medical missions, they are our voice to the world. Soft voices reaches warm hearts. This is what's important.
It's hard to say how he does what he does. I just believe it's a natural gift of love and care for patients and their families.
I think it's the message of Northwell. We are here to take care of you.